Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York. Doing another live video real quick. A shout out to the chat. I want to welcome everyone to my channel. I want to welcome everyone to my channel. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your view. Those that are not here will catch the playback. I appreciate my YouTube creators. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to all of you that is on these YouTube streets doing what you do best. Most of you. Shout out to you. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York, coming to you with another live video. And the evil that they are accusing P. Diddy as doing didn't start with P. Diddy. Didn't start with P. Diddy. The entertainment industry in the United States and all over the world has been touched some way, somehow, by some kind of corruption or mismanagement of money or people behaving badly. This didn't just start with P. Diddy. P. Diddy has been a part of the entertainment industry as a hip hop mogul. He's like a hip hop, he's over Bad Boy Records. He's over that. You know what I mean? He's been running it for quite some time. I'm not taking up for him. Don't take this as I'm taking up for him. I am not taking up for him. I do not excuse his behavior. I think it is disgusting. I think it's despicable. I think he's a pathetic, weak person that did this to other people. He victimized other people that trusted in him, that believed in him, that invested time and money in him. He abused his power. Whatever authority he was given, he abused it. But this is not the first time this has happened. Hollywood has always had a casting couch. There has always been a casting couch in Hollywood. Not only did women go through certain tribulations, but men and children as well. A lot of you don't remember Judy Garland. You don't remember what she said about Hollywood and what happened to her as she was climbing the ranks in Hollywood. She is known as being Dorothy. You remember the movie that she did of The Wizard of Oz, which she did that years ago when she was not yet a full-grown woman. I believe she was a teenager when she did that movie, but she was not originally picked to do the movie. It was another actress, someone much younger. You know what I mean? But Hollywood has always had a casting couch. There has always been some kind of sexual misconduct going on. But I do believe, and this is my personal opinion, I do believe that all of this is happening. This should not, just think of it. If this stuff has been happening for years and years and years, I'm sure there's more than P. Diddy that's involved with a lot of the stuff that's being reported now. Remember what Bill Cosby went through. He was called a predator, a tree jumper. Look at what they did to Bill Cosby. They put him in jail. Look what they did to Mike Tyson. Look what they did to Tupac Shakur. I do believe, and this is my personal belief. People can agree or agree to disagree. I believe that there are certain sectors in the entertainment industry that is being pinpointed because black people have been very successful at being entertainers. Let's say that again. Black people have been very successful at being entertainers. Now, someone might say, well, maybe it has nothing to do with color. You might be right about that, but I find it very interesting. I find it very strange that all of a sudden, after all these years, now certain things are coming out about the music industry, about what's going on in Hollywood. It's been going on. This stuff has been happening before P. Diddy came on to the fucking scene. Dancing and rapping and singing and snapping his fingers, being all in the videos. A lot of people seem to forget that this man was very greedy. He was all about the money. A lot of you don't know. I'm going to tell you, when I was living in New York, I was on public assistance. That meant I was getting food stamps, and that meant that I was living in a transitional housing program. I was living in a shelter in Valhalla, and then later on in Yonkers, and then after I moved out of the sharing community transitional program, I moved into my own apartment right there on Saratoga. Shout out to Yonkers, New York. Shout out to the DSS system in New York. Well, while I was on public assistance, and this is before I started working regular job, they had me participating in a program called Pride and Work. And one of the jobs that they had put me on was to work at the DSS office in Mount Vernon, New York. I worked in the division where they handled the child support department. It was my job to type in certain information in the computer and to scan it into the computer and then shred the paperwork. That was my job. And I remember seeing P. Diddy's name on certain documents, concerning his child support payments. And the man was saying in the paperwork that he was not equipped to pay the child support payments he was ordered to pay. He wanted to have those payments modified. But now, this year, 2024, they're saying that this man has millions and millions. He's considered a multi-millionaire. He had a restaurant, he had a clothing line, he was involved with the music industry, he had very successful artists. But this evil that's going on in Hollywood and the music industry didn't just start happening. P. Diddy is not the root cause. He's not the root. This stuff has been happening in Hollywood and the music industry for years. Remember, Hassan Campbell, when he came to these YouTube streets, He was telling us what African Bambaataa did to him. Nobody believed Hassan Campbell. Nobody believed B. Stinger. But now it's coming out in the wash about certain people in Hollywood and what they did to other people, who they victimized. They're saying that P. Diddy is a predator. He's a Bishop Baby Oil character, so to speak. A shout out to the chat. But it's going to get deeper. But I do believe, and that's my belief, everywhere in the entertainment industry where Black people have been very successful. And I believe that not only is this going to hit the music industry, because we already know they already wanted to destroy hip hop ever since hip hop was invented. Hip hop was started in the South Bronx in New York. New York started this. They started the fashion, the dance, the music. Everything changed as time went on. Some people are just corrupt in their soul, in their dealings with people. Shout out to the chat. Now, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong in my assumption, but I think not. And I don't mean no harm. When Elijah Muhammad came, and Clarence 13X came, and Malcolm X came, and Louis Farrakhan came, I'm talking about those that are part of the Nation of Islam. They encouraged Black people not to go into the entertainment industry. Do not get involved with sports. Do not get involved with singing and dancing and acting and modeling. Don't get involved with that industry. Elijah Muhammad warned you years ago. I am not a follower of Elijah Muhammad. My mother was a Muslim. I was born into the Nation of Islam because my mother was still a member. But then she left in 1974. My mother was a member from 1968 to 1974. Shout out to the chat. My name is Arabia. It is what the fuck it is. But I believe that this evil did not start with P. Diddy. It didn't even start with Clive Davis. This is deeper than Clive Davis. This is deeper than P. Diddy. This is deeper than what they are telling you, what they are sharing with you. Remember, Whitney Houston died in what, 2012. She was found face down in her bathtub at a hotel years ago. This was around the time of the Grammys. Her death is a mystery, just like what happened to her daughter. Look at what happened to Gary Coleman. Do you think that that was a mistaken death, that he actually fell to his death? No, I believe that the woman he was married to murdered him. And there is reports coming out that his case, the Gary Coleman case of his death, surrounding his death, the circumstances surrounding him, is being brought back up again. Not too long ago, they did a movie about Billie Holiday. And they showed in the film how the FBI was harassing this woman for years. And when they finally caught up to her the last time, they had this woman handcuffed to her own hospital bed. The woman was dying. And I don't think they were going after her because of her drug addiction problem. I think they were going after her because of certain things that she was doing around that time. She was protesting the lynching of black people in this country. Look at Fannie Lou Hamer, a very good example on what the political field will do to those that are not a part of the boule. I'm out of here. But I just want people to think about what I'm saying to you. I may be wrong. I may be incorrect. But I believe in what I believe. And I don't care what nobody say. This country hates black people so much they are willing to go the distance to get rid of the people that maybe you and I actually respect or look up to. Look at all the people that this government has went after. Look at all the black leaders that were murdered during the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 1800s. Remember what they did to Nat Turner. Remember what they did to John Brown. John Brown, he was a white man, and he was someone that did not believe in the institution of slavery. He was willing to rise up and revolt against his own white brethren, and when they caught up to him and his sons, they were all executed, charged with treason or whatever they were charged with, and they were all executed. It is just my firm belief and opinion that they want to destroy any good image that black people do have in this country. And one of the good images that we do have in this country is those that reside in the seats of the entertainment industry. They tried to destroy Eartha Kitt. They tried to destroy Billie Holiday. They tried to destroy anyone that they deemed not fit. I believe that P. Diddy is guilty of some of the things that they are accusing him of, but I believe there's a deeper root. There's a deeper reason why, as to why they are now attacking the entertainment industry when this entertainment industry has been here for many years, over 100 years, ever since this country got started over 200 years ago. They're trying to destroy an institution that has been in existence in America for over 200 years. They want us to join the European Union so badly, you wouldn't believe. They are snatching away a lot of your rights, a lot of your privileges. They're snatching them away one by one. And I'm not talking about what they're doing to just black people. It seems like it's going across the board. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here.